Next question here. This is a big one. Where do you start on the apps? Last time I dated, they didn't even exist.
So with the apps, where we start is managing expectations, because it's going to be like a kid in a candy store. You're going to get on and be like, oh my God. It's like walking into, I don't know if anyone ever lived in Venice, when you go to Gold's Gym and you're like, so this is where everybody is. It's like the hot pot of all these beautiful people. And you're like, I'm a kid in a candy store. And then 6 months later, you realize, oh, this is all going to cause me toothaches. Got it. Cool. Got it. So I think when we're starting with the apps, it's important to understand how to set up a profile, first of all. I see my partner, tech guy, and I, we do dating app audits. And so people will send in their profiles. And the number one issue we see are either terrible photos that don't accurately depict who you are, tons of selfies, lots of angles, not really showing you, or a lot of thirst traps where you're like, wow, that's a lot of shirtless photos. Or I see prompts that don't elicit a fodder. So let me ask you, if you have a fucking prompt on an app and it says 3 of my favorite emojis, what conversation are you going to start from that? How is that giving me any information about you? Biggest risk I've taken, joining this app. Wow. Cool. So that's your risk, is joining this app. It's nothing that's going to evoke a conversation. I don't know anything about you. I'm not learning anything about you. There's nothing on there. So I think if you're completely new to the apps, become a better buyer. Know and understand there's a lot of catfish. There's bots. There are going to be people that are taking advantage of you. If you're very clear on what it is that you want, then you say, you match with somebody, you talk for a day. Hey, I'd love to meet. Get off the app and into real life. The app is just a meeting vehicle. The app is not a relationship builder. That has got to be the thing. Get off the apps quick and get into real life. FaceTime, I don't care. Do something to where you can have a conversation with this person. Don't over romanticize people. Don't attach to the outcome. I get it. That person might be really attractive and have a cool job, and you sent one message. That doesn't mean it's your husband, so you need to get the fuck over it. And make sure that your profile is actually eliciting a conversation starter. And not just a conversation starter because how hot you look or how great your body looks in a swimsuit. It's because, like, my rule when I had the apps, any guy that started a conversation with me on my looks, I didn't answer. That was it. Because I had so much else to talk about. And my partner, when he messaged me the first time, it was all about my prompt. And he gave a full paragraph. We talked for about an hour on the app. He went right into, let me get your number. Let's go out. He made our plan. 1 date turned into 2 dates. It was just super consistent. And he showed up the same. We didn't text every day. We didn't have a lot of over romanticizing. It took us 5 months to decide to be in a relationship. We went slow, but we also understood the priority was we both wanted a relationship. So I think that's just something to understand when you're dating on the apps. Not everybody wants the same things as you.
And lower your expectations. I think when you come into it, it sounds like you're almost handing somebody the keys to a Ferrari and saying, okay, go off, drive it. You don't know how to drive stick. You've never driven a minivan for the last 10 years, but have fun.